satisfied.
Let's talk about Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4 was released in 2008 and caused both extremely positive reviews and a wave of criticism. I personally think that overall it is a great game, so let's analyze what makes it good.
Let's rock. Pizza time.
After astonishing success of its predecessor, people in Capcom were thinking, damn, this stuff was good. We need more. Itsuno, you got 2 to 3 business days to say yes.
No
And Itsuno
English.
said,
No program. Every time happy.
yes. And that's how the world got to see
What the hell is this?
So, Devil May Cry 4, a game that combines style and absolutely crazy combat-based gameplay that is relatively easy to learn, but would require hours if not tens of hours to master. Cutscenes are, well, see for yourself and tell me if they're good. Just look at those angles. Devil May Cry franchise has a large fanbase, and for good reasons. There are still debates going about whether the fourth part is overrated or underrated, and I would appreciate your opinion on that if you played the game. But today we will look at the 5 reasons why you should play Devil May Cry 4.
I like the good you. Though a fight every now and then does make life a little more interesting, don't you think?
Reason number 1 is its extraordinary combat system. The thrill of combat, combined with smooth animations and overall responsiveness, becomes a mesmerizing art form. It really feels real and leaves you amazed if it is your first DMC game. The fluidity blurs the line between the game and reality. Every move, every strike is accompanied by seamless animations, and the controls are so precise, it's like the game can read your mind and translate your intentions into on-screen action. This game empowers you with an arsenal of weapons and a vast array of moves at your disposal, so you can unleash your creativity and forge your own way of fighting. Chaining together unique combos and fighting styles, especially when you master it a bit, and when you master it, consider yourself a digital martial artist. Bottom line, even today, very few games can compete with DMC in terms of combat. It is deep, packed with adrenaline, immersive, and simply enjoyable to play and watch.
Hey! What's your name?
Nero. You're Dante, right? Not a bad name.
The second reason is charismatic character design. One might say Devil May Cry is a silly slasher that features demon hunting and flashy combat that lets you slice and dice your way through hordes of demons while still looking cool doing it, yet with an unimportant, simple plot that just exists to sustain the gameplay. And if it is your first Devil May Cry game, then perhaps yes, you will barely pay attention to a story and probably will not even understand why characters act as they act and what are their underlying motives. And while antagonists kinda suck in this game, main protagonist Nero,
Fire's bad for the complexion.
Dante,
Then I'll just have to kick his ass.
and Lady Gaga aren't just an eye candy. They are meticulously crafted and much more sophisticated than they look. If you dig a little deeper, their animations, outfit, the way they talk and behave, all of it has charisma that spills on you through the screen. Let's make a quick surface analysis and take a look at Nero. Behaving like a cool teen and possessing enormous power, he's still relatable because, well, while acting cool, he's rash, emotional, and sometimes he loses his temper and fails. His love for Kyria is as big as his, sword, and he looks almost careless and bullies his enemies, but there's much more under his cool-looking exterior. As for Dante, this guy is the original G. He's fun and acts a bit silly sometimes, but there's definitely a big dick energy around him. I asked scientists of Reddit to describe him, and this is what I've got.
Wacky Wahoo Pizza Man is both funny and sad. Great character, 10 out of 10.
I couldn't have said it better. However, the biggest chunk of character's charisma comes from
I swear I'm gonna get us out of here! Together, Gideon!
Reason number 3, the incredible acting and voice acting behind the characters.
So, our professional analysis established that Nero possesses a raw, youthful, and sincere demeanor. Unlike Dante, he's often emotional, sometimes a little too emotional. However, it is the authenticity of his emotions that captivates you. You truly believe those emotions, you really believe in his way of behaving, allowing you to genuinely connect and empathize with him. This connection is greatly attributed to the exceptional voice acting that brings Nero to life. Same goes for Dante. Dante is attractive because he has depth. If he weren't busy slaying demons, he could easily excel as a stand-up comedian.
They don't do nothing. They don't date. They don't do drugs. They don't play checkers.
However, behind his mask of an absolute Chad who roasts his enemies with some dad comedy and then absolutely humiliates them in combat while he seemingly doesn't even break a sweat, stands a man with a grim past and a profound backstory that adds layers to his persona. Dante's charismatic allure is largely shaped by the remarkable voice actor behind him, and same goes for every other character in the game.
Combat music and sound design.
Music and sound design play a crucial role in enhancing the overall experience of Devil May Cry 4. The intense and dynamic soundtrack amplifies the action-packed gameplay and complements the stylish combat sequences, adding an extra layer of excitement and adrenaline. It conveys a wide range of emotions, enhancing the storytelling and gameplay. The Nero battle theme is an absolute banger, yet besides being a joy to listen to while casually throwing SSS-style action into your enemies' faces, it also conveys a demonic part of Nero's nature, allowing you to feel the character's rage on another level of perception than just words and gameplay. As you've probably noticed, despite my being sneaky, I used only the DMC4 soundtrack in this video so you could get a better idea for yourself.
Reason number 5, the style.
The underlying thought behind the combat and battles here is not to win, but rather to win while chaining your well-timed combos and crafting an awe-inspiring fighting style. The game encourages players to experiment with different moves and techniques to achieve higher style rankings, switching between different weapons using a combination of melee attacks, gunplay, and special abilities. You can make your screen a sight to behold. And last but not least, the overall style of the whole game. Every element looks and feels good because the game has its own distinct style in all of its aspects. The fourth part in particular is inspired and heavily influenced by the Italian Renaissance. Its influence is clearly visible in the game's architecture, costumes, names, and overall design. I mean, the game itself revolves around Dante and Virgil, who are also the main protagonists of Divine Comedy. First published in Italy in 1472 and written, guess by who? By Dante Alighieri, the father of modern Italian language. However, as a true scholar that I am, I've read it and it's nothing like the Devil May Cry 4. So many letters and no stylish combos whatsoever. My personal Devil May Cry journey started with the fourth part. However, as much as I love it, I cannot call it the best DMC part. If you're looking to start, probably Devil May Cry 5 is the best entry point. It looks awesome and is a joy to play. If you want to understand the story and the deep underlying reasons driving the characters in the game, it's absolutely necessary to play and thoroughly understand Devil May Cry 3, which also happens to be my personal favorite. Call me a fan of symbolism, my YouTube journey also starts with Devil May Cry 4, so I would really appreciate any feedback if you enjoyed the video at least a bit. See you in the next one, and don't forget to stay hydrated.
And I love this, baby. I just jerked off a little bit, not to the sense that I came, but it gives me a certain type of a strength.